Thank you for watching the replay. And hello, Happy New Year. Very Happy New Year. I know, what a great way to start the new year with a little Pilates. So we're here live today. It is January 1st, 2021. Craziness. But I'm excited to start the new year with some Pilates. How about you, Barry? Are you ready? Sounds like it. So today we're going to actually work with some props. So go ahead, grab a small squishy ball and some light handheld weights from one, I would say max 3 pounds with what we're going to do, because we're going to be working into some shoulders. So I wouldn't go too heavy. And you don't need weights. So you can do this totally without weights if you want. Yes, woohoo! I'm so excited. My name's Gretchen. I am founder of Balance Core, and I like to jump on live now and then and do a class as a community, because I think the energy of us all doing it together is what really makes this online sort of classes so special. So yeah, the props that we're going to use are going to help us just dive a little bit deeper into our practice. We use them as tools to enhance the practice and get deeper into the mat. So we don't want to rely on them too much, but we want to make a deeper connection with them. So if you're ready to do that, I'm ready to do that. Are you guys ready? I see we have a bunch of people on live, so I'm excited. If you can, use the chat so I know you're here. It's fun knowing that there's other people on the other side, so I'm not just talking to a screen. But Barry, I can see you, so I'm excited. We're doing this together, and we have lots of others as well. So shall we get started? And it's so funny, as soon as I start, the animals come all around. So bear with me if I have to run off screen. Hey, stop chewing my cords. Guys, can you come get Skittles? He's eating my cords again. Can you get Skittles? Please. Thank you. He's eating my cord. Thank you. All right. So get your props, have them close by. I'm actually going to start with the ball behind our low back. All right. We're going to start seated upright. Just have your weights close by. We're going to grab them, maybe bring them closer towards where your head's going to be. Okay. All right. So you're going to grab that ball, place it right in between your thighs. And we're going to give it a good squeeze. And you want to just make sure your feet are flat and parallel. And that ball is going to help you get parallel with those legs. And then just kind of grab underneath your legs and sit up tall. We want to get our shoulders right over our hips. Okay. So just really lengthen up there. And just allow yourself to hold this position for a little bit so we can find just a little bit more tallness with each breath. Good. And I just want you to connect into your abdominals and sit up tall. Good. And then all you're going to do is you're going to start to curl yourself back. And as you curl yourself back, just pull back with the belly and get those shoulders right over your hips. So you're keeping the shoulders over your hips, and then we draw it right back up. So I want the belly just to pull you back. That's it. It's like your waistline pulls back, shoulders stay over the hips, stay lifted. We're not compressing into this. And then come back up. One more time. Roll it back. Good. And then come back up. Now the ball's going to go behind our low back. And now I want you to do the same thing, but we're going to roll back that belly into the ball. So feel like now we have a little prop there to help protect us, right? And then we're going to come sort of bring your shoulders over your hips. So you're not going to come up. And then you're going to roll back into the ball. It's such a small movement. And then pull that belly in and up to bring the shoulders over the hips again. So sort of like a little rocking motion. Inhale. Exhale. And then I want you to let go of the arms, and you're going to continue this work. So the pelvis stays where it is. The belly does the work. Good. You feel sort of the belly controlling the movement. Your shoulders are on your back. And just notice how everything sort of just floats in a unit. We're not pulling with our arms. You're using the abdominals to control the movement. Good. And then I want you to keep rolling back, keep rolling back, keep rolling back. And then get a little further back. See if you can get your elbows down. You might have to adjust a little bit, like roll down a little bit. That's fine. So now you have your belly in that ball, right? And think about really getting length in your spine, but that waistline and belly is pulling into the ball. You're going to tap one knee and then switch. And keep tapping sides. And as you tap, draw that belly in and up. Keep the heels down. Notice, are you tilting sides at all? I want you to really stay square and don't let your body tilt. So you know what's coming next. Oh yeah, both hands. You ready? Reach. Good. So as you tap, draw that belly in and up. So we're working from the center of our body. That's what we're teaching our body. To move the limbs from our center. Tap. Now really be very intentional at drawing that belly in and up to bring the arms to tap. Pretty cool, right? 2 more. Belly in and up, tap. 1 more time. Tap. Good. Grab your arms or your legs and come up a little further. We're going to scoot it down a little bit further. So now it's at our mid back, and you're going to take your hands behind your head, maybe a little interlace of the fingers. All right. And then I want you to place the weight of your head in your hands, the hands into the head. Can you feel that balance so that you can ignite your back muscles? And then try to find what you think is a neutral spine. All right, so you're long, nothing's arched, nothing's flexed. Draw that belly in, and from this position, I want you to, from the belly, pull the chest forward. And then reach through the waist to find that neutral again, okay? And again, from that belly, it pulls the chest forward. And reach. Everything else is just coming along for the ride, but it's stabilized, it's ignited, it's engaged, I should say. Use your breath. Inhale as you find neutral. Exhale, that belly brings you into flexion. And I want you to think about a long flexion. We're not pulling into flexion to compress, right? We're keeping our length as we do it. Good. I'm going to roll forward just a little bit more so that I get more on my upper mid back. So now you find neutral. Let's see if we can find an extension from that neutral. Hey, Patty, can you lower the TV just a smidge? And then come back up to neutral. All right, so now you're in your long line. So on your inhale, you're going to now kind of almost like you're taking the spine in the opposite direction. You're flexing in the opposite direction. Good. And then find your neutral. Inhale, we reach it out. Let the elbows go wide a little bit. Let the ribs open. And then you find the neutral. And again, as we go into extension, you're still initiating from your center, from your belly. The arms are connected to your back. That's part of your center as well. Let the elbows widen. And as you come up, the elbows will sort of lift a little bit and kind of frame your face. If you're ready for a full range of motion, we're going to go from extension through your neutral, and then the belly pulls you into flexion, okay? So you want to be really intentional of those 3 positions. Exhale through into flexion. Inhale through into extension. And then just sort of find your flow with it. You've got it now. The ribs close and pull up. The ribs open, but they still connect down to your hips and pelvis. So don't let the elbows do it. The elbows are just allowing more extension. Everything is really coming from the abs first. Let's end it in extension and just allow yourself to stay open for a little bit. You can kind of rock back and forth if that feels good. Good. We come to center. We scoop it. Grab those thighs. Roll yourself up. We're going to take it all the way down now. Take the ball between your thighs. Go ahead and grab your weights. Okay, so now we have the ball between our thighs so that we can ignite our inner thighs, and you're going to take your arms up to the ceiling. And so you really want to make sure you keep your long wrists, okay? You never want to break anything. Sometimes placing all 5 fingers on the same side helps. And look at that long line. And allow yourself to just hang out here for a second. And can you allow the weight of the arms to just get heavier into your back, into the floor? Draw your belly in and connect the back of the pelvis deeper into the floor. So those bones are getting heavy and you're connecting to your mat. Your mat is part of your practice. So now we're going to start to reach those arms behind us. And as we reach, allow the shoulders to open without letting the ribs pop up. So we don't want to change the shape of our spine. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, it comes from the belly first, right? And that will allow a little bit more control of the shoulder joint rather than just flailing back. And don't be afraid to rotate. You can allow that shoulder to rotate open. Just don't want to change the shape, right? That's cheating. And you'll notice with each rep, you might get a little bit more stretch. And we're just really trying to find that. And what's interesting is the more that you can stabilize your body, the more mobilization you're going to get into that moving part. So the more you can stabilize by squeezing the ball, anchoring the pelvis, the ribs, the more stretch you're going to get in those arms. And you might be touching the ground behind you now. And if you're not, that's just fine. You go to where you, if this is it for you, do that. We all have some shoulder stuff going on. So if you're not really enjoying that rotation, don't do it. We're going to do one more. And are they touching at the same time is key as well. Turn your palms to face each other. We're going to now open out to the sides. Get that nice stretch of the chest. Allow it to open. And then just pull back in. And we're going to do that only 2 more times now. Just want you to feel the connection of your shoulders on the mat, your arms on the mat. And how that doesn't have to change the shape of your spine, right? Good. And come back to center. Turning the palms inward, we're going to reach the arms back behind us like we just did. Take an inhale as we bring the arms up. Exhale as you flex up. Did your pelvis move? Anchor it. Keep it there. Squeeze that ball. Now on your next inhale, you're going to reach the arms back behind you to where you can keep control. Good. And then circle them around and bring them back down. Reach back behind you, and we lift up on our exhale. Inhale. Can you lift higher as you stretch the arms behind you? Exhale, circle it around, and lower it down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, flex. Inhale, reach. Exhale, circle, and bring it down. You can do this without weights too. If you're finding like neck strain or anything, it just means your abdominals need a little bit more work. And exhale as you flex, or you might have some neck stuff going on if you've been injured or something. Inhale, reach. Now, can you lift higher without tilting that pelvis? Lift that chest. Lift, lift, lift. Circle it around. Keep that lift. Stay right there. Can you lift a little bit higher on your inhale? Oh, baby. Exhale it down. Good. Inhale. And now let's flex it up on an exhale. Inhale, reach. We're going to stay. Come on. Keep inhaling. Keep inhaling. Keep lifting that chest. Now let's circle it around. Can we inhale a little higher? Oh, yeah. Exhale it down. One more time. Reach. And flex. Inhale it up. Good. Circle, circle, circle. Inhale, lift a little higher. Come on. And exhale it down. Beautiful job. Let's pull our heels in a little bit closer. Keep your hands on your weights. And we're going to roll our pelvis towards us. So I just want you to draw your belly and roll the pelvis towards you. All right. So now we're really lengthening through that low back. So all abdominals there. And then we're going to continue the roll. And we're going to get into our hamstrings here. And into our seat. Good. And then really stay right here as we lift the pelvis up and push our knees forward. Anchor the arms and hands into those weights. And let's melt it down through our spine. Keep lengthening those arms. Keep pushing through the knees. Good. And we do that again. We roll through the low back using our abs. And then we continue with the hamstring and seat. Nice long line even though you're lifting. Squeeze that ball and let's take it on down. Stacking it through the spine, right through that low back. And we roll. And lift. Use the weights to really press into and try to push forward with those arms without letting the shoulders roll in, right? Really anchor the arms and the upper back. Now we're going to roll down, and I want you to stop right where your lowest ribs are. So that low back is off the mat. So it's like all belly here. So sort of squeeze that ball, let go of the seat a little bit, and really make the belly scoop keep you here. And then I want you to slowly make your way through that low back using your abdominal muscles. Good. Let's do that one more time. We roll through with the abs, and then we lift up. Lift the pelvis, anchor the chest, reach the arms, roll it down again. Stop right before that low back so we can really massage through the low spine. Hold a lot of tightness there. So let's work through it. Good. This time we're going to roll up. We're going to keep it there. Good. So find this. And then I want you to just squeeze your ball and flex your feet. Can you flex evenly? Hold right there. And now can you push through the seat a little bit more? Push those knees forward a little bit more. And try to get your big toes down. And then get your pinkies down. And your whole foot is down, right? And then little pulses into that. Deep breaths. Don't hold your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you're going to roll down through that spine once again. Good. And then just anchor it down. Take that ball, let it go, and take it so your right heel is on it. And you're going to straighten that leg and really open the hip flexor now, okay? Haven't done that yet. So I want you to push the heel of your heel into that ball and see if you can find where the seat meets the hamstring. All right, and feel the openness. So you push that ball forward, anchor the heel down, and find the back of your leg there. Your other leg's going to come up to tabletop. So now we have an unstable surface here. We got to really work on that anchoring, opening of the hip. Now press your leg up, and we're going to circle it over, down, and around 5 times in one direction. I don't care how you breathe. Just breathe and don't hold your breath. Everything else on your mat stays still as possible. And then we circle the other way for 5. How's that leg on the ball doing? As still as possible. Good. Hold it right there. Just give this leg a little pull in for stretch. Bend it in. You can pull it in towards your chest. Good. And then come back to a tabletop position. All right. And we're going to just kind of pull on this leg. Try to lift yourself up. Good. As you roll that bottom leg there. And then just give that leg a little stretch up. Open your chest. Good. And then switch your legs. And we come down, leg tabletop. So let's really work on opening this leg. So heel to seat to hamstring. It's all just igniting there. So press down on the ball. So again, I said the props are tools, right? So this ball helps us really ignite the back leg. Seat, hamstring. Good. Now keep that engagement as you stretch your leg up. 5 circles. Circle the other way. So everything's staying stabilized down on your mat, right? Hold it, stretch it, bend it in. Good. Then use that leg to help lift you up. You can roll forward a little bit, pressing that leg down on the ball, stretching this leg, and find length. Good. And then we're just going to sort of bring that ball in between your legs, okay? And you can bend it in a little bit. And then you're just going to hold yourself here. I want you to grab your weights. They should be sort of on either side of you here. Okay, now we're going to squeeze our ball, and we're going to roll back into a half roll back. All right, and then you're going to reach the weights. And then roll back as kind of low as you can now that you're a little warmed up. You're going to open the arms on an inhale. And then exhale, we're going to dive forward, and then you're going to go into like a diamond shape of your legs as you stretch forward. The ball's in between your feet. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to try to lengthen the spine. And you can kind of stick your butt out a little bit and try to lengthen and reach the arms as close to your ears as possible. And then we stack up through the spine here. Good, just lengthen, lengthen. And then you're going to circle those arms around. They come back to shoulder level, and you squeeze everything in, okay? And you can get rid of the ball if you don't want it. So we roll it back. Roll. We open. Now you're going to dive it forward. As you dive, the arms come in, but the legs open to allow you a little bit more release through the hip. And then we lengthen the spine, stretch those arms, stack up through the spine, circle it around, legs come in, arms come in, scoop it back. Good. If you don't have the choreography, it's totally fine. We're just trying to work really the whole body. Lengthening into all of those tight areas. You have 2 more of these. Everything comes from your center, which we've warmed up. And what's really sneaky is those arms are really working, right? It's a little sneak attack. Dive, nice little hip stretch here. And then we open and stretch, stretch. Come up, circle around. The ball's between your thighs, but now we're going to straighten them, or between your ankles. And then reach the arms, and we're just going to roll down until you're into a lying down position, letting the weight of the arms again connect with the mat. Reset your body for a second. Just let it take a moment here to settle and connect. Are you connected to yourself as well as your mat? Now, wrists are long. We reach those arms back behind us. All right, here we go. We're going to go for a full roll up with open hips. So we're going to lift. We're going to curl. We're going to take it slow. So come to your sticky point, and I want you to anchor that pelvis. Keep that pelvis anchored as long as possible. Anchor it to help you work through that low back as you dive your body up and over your legs. Your legs haven't moved. And now we roll it back. Anchor those legs. Find the anchor of the pelvis first. When you've got it, kind of like right in your low back, slowly make your way through to reach the arms behind you. Let's do it again. Arms come up. We curl. We anchor that pelvis as long as possible. Reach through the heels. Try not to tuck the pelvis. Good. As we take it over. So what we have a tendency to do is we have a tendency to tuck the pelvis to help us come up. And that's the hip flexors doing the work. But if we can anchor that pelvis, keeping it in neutral, keeping it flat, we know we're not tucking to come up. So really play with that sensation here. We have weights to help pull us up. So as we come up, look at your pelvis. Has it tucked towards you? Get out of those legs, anchor the hamstrings. We want to really reach that pelvis long. Curl up, flatten the pelvis, keep it anchored as you dive up and over. Beautiful job. All right, here we go. Find your own flow. I want you to take a look at your feet too. Are they changing shape? Can you keep them perfectly up and down and not let them turn in or out or change shape? That's showing me that something's going on in your hip. If they change, So we want to really keep them parallel. Good. I'm going to do one more. Excellent. And then stay right there. We're just going to kind of go back as low as you can maintain. All right, so maybe to your low back, maybe just a smidge, and we're just going to, whoa, do some biceps. So notice when the weights come towards you, a little bit more belly power, right? Pull. Anchor those legs. You got 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Reach those arms forward, dive it up and over your legs, use your seat, squeeze into that ball. Beautiful job, and roll it up through the spine. Gorgeous. All right, put the ball as well as your weights to the side. So our props are tools. Now we need to be able to work without our tools, right? So it's like every day. We don't have tools with us every day. So let's play with that. So now we're super engaged. We know what those props helped us with. Flex your head, neck, your shoulders up, and let's go into single leg stretch. Pull, pull, switch, pull, pull. Does it feel easier without all those props? Hopefully they've ignited you, so you're feeling really good. Right into your double leg stretch. So I want you to pull those legs in, flex yourself up, just like you had your weights, and I made you lift higher. I want you to keep that chest there and stretch the arms and legs and keep lifting that chest. Don't let it lower. Circle around and pull it in. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. 2 more. Lower the head, neck, and shoulders. I got some sun coming into my eyes there. All right, so taking your hands behind your head, allow your legs to stay down, okay? And we're going to really anchor ourselves here. Take an inhale, breathe into your upper back. Now exhale, I want you to flex up. Did your pelvis tuck? Hopefully not. So keep lifting your chest, and I want you to take it a little turn over, but I want you to keep lifting up as you turn. And then I want you to come to center. Keep lifting as you turn the other way. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come to center. Lower your head down. Let's take your legs up to tabletop. All right. Squeeze your thighs together. Take an inhale. Breathe into your upper back. Exhale, flex it up. Same idea. You're just going to take it over, but keep flexing up. Inhale, center. Exhale, over. Pelvis doesn't move. Good. And I want you to twist from that waist. The waist pulls you over. Sometimes I find these are harder in the full version as you stretch one leg. Inhale, exhale. From the waist. We've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, hug it in. Bring your legs to a tabletop. Use your legs to help lift you up. We're going to hug our legs into us, taking your nose in towards your knees. Let those toes lift. You can stay right here. You don't have to roll if you're not comfortable with it. You can also go back to previous exercise that we've done that's more comfortable for you. We inhale, exhale, and you're not going onto your neck, right onto your upper back. Your butt follows your heels. Inhale, exhale. Keep the chin towards the belly button. And if you want to add a challenge, you can do it as open leg rocker. Roll back, arms stay on those legs. Inhale, exhale, chin to the belly. Good. 2 more. Woo. 1 more. All right, wherever you are, if you're at ball, you're here, you're going to stretch your legs up. If you're at open leg rocker, pull your legs in. We open the legs, we pull them together. Open, pull, open, pull. 1 more time. And then just lower it on down. Excellent job. All right, so let's bring our legs into a V here. Sitting up nice and tall. How does that feel? Just sort of let your spine find its alignment. Your arms are going to go wide. We're going to rotate, and you're going to dive towards your leg for 3, 2, 1. You come up into your twist. We go the other way. And dive it. 1, 2, 3. So that pelvis stays anchored, and your spine goes over. So try not to let those legs roll in. Keep those knees up to the ceiling. And you're twisting at the waist, not the arms. One more each side. Last one. Excelente. All right, let's turn to our stomach. Open those hips by just stretching those legs long. I like to think my pubic bone down and my hip tips up. So play with that. How does that feel? My legs have a little space between them. All right, so on my inhale, start to lift. All right. Did your pubic bone lift? Really try to anchor it so you can stretch those legs long. Keep pulling your belly in. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Good. Now lower down. Take your hands underneath your forehead. Now what you're going to do is, let's try one leg at a time. You're just going to reach one leg up and lower down. So you're trying to reach the thigh as well as lift the thigh. And as you lift a leg, you're going to keep the pubic bone down. Sorry about that, sun. My blind's not working. And then reach and lift. So really pay attention to what the pelvis is doing. So if you can maintain the anchor and sort of the hip tip slightly up, it's going to allow that low back to stay long. Now I want you to try both if you can. All right, so you really have to play with the pelvic sensation. Good. All right, so now take those arms back where they were before. We lift the chest, so take an inhale. Now naturally, as you exhale, lower and see if the legs just sort of naturally lift. And then just play with that. Inhale, let the breath move you, and it's not big. I don't care how you look, it's how you feel. Is the breath moving you into a little rock? And then release it down. Come up onto your elbows, make fists with those hands. And then I just want you to pull those hips up into you to engage the belly. My pubic bone's down, my legs are long. Now you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna try to lift one thigh. Are you going into the low back? I do not want that. No steering into the low back. Really feel almost like your pelvis is tilting a little bit to keep long in the back. And really keep your chest where it is. Length through that spine. Good. We reach and lift. And now, if you want to add a little kick, pull, pull. So it's like a little lift of the leg, pull, 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 pull. And play with the speed of it to see if you can mess with your upper body stillness. Can you keep it there? As soon as you feel yourself kind of going into your low back, I want you to stop, okay? It's all about length. And then take your body down, stretch your arms long. Good. All right, so now the arm and leg, just keep your chest down to start with. Arm and leg come up. Arm and leg on the other side. And then use the stability of the opposite arm and leg that are on the ground. Allow them to help mobilize those sides that are moving. And then you can lift the chest if you'd like. Remember, it's about length of the spine, so we want to create space between your vertebrae. It's not about how high you lift. It's not about what it looks like. And then if you want to do swimming, lift both the arms and legs, and you can swim it out. Just keep breathing. Release it down. Give yourself a little sit back towards your heels. We'll just be here for a couple minutes more as you plan your day here. So just plan on like about 5 more minutes with me, okay? All right, so we're gonna take your hands by your head. You're going to stretch your legs long. Now I want you to squeeze your thighs. Really find your length and pick your legs up to the front corner of your mat. Nice long legs. Nice as you kind of push this hip beyond your bottom hip. Lift that waistline. You got that? Lift the top leg. Now as I lift the top leg, I'm going the same way with the other leg, down though. So it presses down as I lift up, and then kick that leg forward and back. So I said it a few times during this class, the more that you anchor and stabilize, the more freedom you'll have in your mobilizer. You can really feel that here on your side. 3 and 2 and 1. You're going to keep that leg back there. Feel that, and then just little circles as you keep that hip open. You're going to find circles in all different positions, right? We did it on our back. Now we're doing it on our side. Circle the other way. 2, 1. Good. Lower it down. We're going to come back up here on our arm, and then you're going to stack your legs, and we're going to really rotate this shoulder open, and then I want you to squeeze your thighs together, and I want you to pick up that bottom thigh and pull it into your top thigh to help lift you up. Nice long spine here, and you can always drop your bottom knee if you want. You're going to take this arm up, and now to lift up high, you're going to take your bottom thigh. You're going to lift up into that top thigh, stretch it over, and come back down. Again, lift up, stretch over, and of course, this shoulder is on your back. You're not doing your rotator cuff. You're really using your back muscles and your waist. Good. One more time. Up, over. Beautiful. We lower down. I'm going to go into a little mermaid leg and just stretch it the opposite way. Good. Let's go to the other side. Okay. Stretch your body long. All right. Nice long body. So don't move yet. Don't get your legs to the front corner. We have a tendency to do that too soon. I want you to find your position first. Sometimes it takes a moment to just let the body settle. Feel what it feels like to be on the side. Push your top hip, almost like you're pushing it beyond your bottom hip. Doesn't do that, but it will lift your bottom waistline. Then keep that as you squeeze to the front corner. Lift the top leg. My bottom leg is pressing down in opposition. Kick forward and back. Try to keep this thigh the same level, hip height. Try not to let it lower as you go forward and raise as you go back. Can you really keep it the same, like it's going along a shelf almost? As I do this, I always see myself, I start to sag. Stay long in your neck, engaged in this bottom shoulder to hold your head. I know all the cheats. I'll call you out. Keep the leg back there. Anchor this bottom leg. Stay long and circle. A lot of this stuff I didn't start to feel till years after I started Pilates. So if you're just starting out, don't worry about feeling all of the stuff. Circle the other way. The more you do it, the more your body's going to feel it, and the more your body's going to use those muscles in your everyday living. And then that's when the true magic of Pilates happens. Good. And then bring it back. You're going to take your leg one on top of the other, come up onto your elbow. All right, so this arm is planted down. We're talking palm down, elbow down, forearm down. So that you're really using your back muscles. So rotate that shoulder open, get the shoulder on your back. Then you're going to squeeze that bottom thigh, squeeze it up into the top thigh to lift you up. And it keeps that sensation of pulling up into that top thigh. So you should be so supported by your full body. Arm up. Now lift the bottom thigh into the top as you stretch over and down. And then the neck, you want to look down a little bit so that you kind of get out of the neck. Good. Lift the waist from really the legs and belly. Good. One more time. Good. Mermaid leg. And take it over. Ah, beautiful job. All right. Let's end with a little teaser so that we can roll through our body again. Feel this sensation of working our whole body. So I'm going to sit up tall. Let's come to a tabletop leg. So your pelvis is right here, like making a V. It's not going to change. Well, when you come up. So as I roll back, kind of try to roll back to maybe your shoulder blades and see if you can come up and not force that pelvis beyond your V, okay? Roll back. So basically your legs stay there, your pelvis stays there. You can let go of the arms and do the same thing. Legs just stay where they are. And for the most challenge, you can stretch the legs long and do the same thing. Legs stay there. Keep the arms on the back. And if you like the most challenge, you can stay there. Take the legs down and up, keeping your upper body where it is. Good. And then just let your legs go wherever you are. Dive it forward and stretch. For your toes. Roll it up. Let's go into a little diamond shape here, okay? And just take a moment to kind of let yourself go here. Push into your feet, press your feet down, sit up tall. Good. And then just take a nice deep inhale as you stay tall. And then exhale, let your body roll down toward your feet and just let go. Like, it's the only time I'm going to tell you to do it. Let go. Don't think about it. Just should feel good. And then we're going to roll it up through the spine. Stay right there. Deep breath. Connecting to your center as you breathe. Letting your nervous system relax. You just did a hyper focus for 40 minutes, so let's just let the brain go. And then just take your hands, reach them up towards the sky, pull your palms together, and just keep all of that energy, pulling it right into your center, keeping it there. And then let it release. And give me a smile. Happy New Year. Good job. How do you feel? Yay. Thank you guys for joining me on this nice little New Year's Pilates with props practice. I'm getting some likes. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for letting me guide you through this practice today. And come to it as many times as you want, as often as you want. I will keep it here on my YouTube channel. And if you would like to, if you're not part of my core club, I'm sure I have core clubbers here. Oh, keep getting the likes. Good job. Yay. Good job. I mean, thank you. Thank you, Barry. Trying to spice it up for 2021. But if you would like to join me live on workouts, I have a core club membership. Your first week is free, and I have all the information below. If you would like to do this more often, where we can actually work out together. Hi, Debbie. Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you, everyone, for being here with me. And I look forward to seeing you more often in the year. Hi, Sharon. Yay. You're here too. Fun. Thanks, everyone. Happy New Year. Have a great week. And keep in your core. Bye.